what I'm going to show here actually is imagine that I'm a sales rep. I'm going to put a sales rep's hat on, and I've met with a customer, and this happens to be Acme Mobile that I've got here. I met with a certain individual, and if I scroll down, and this is just bog standard Salesforce, so if I scroll down, I can see I've got Bugs Bunnies, and here's some open activities. But the issue with Salesforce, as I said, is kind of we've got that disjointed sort of interface. So it's great for storing the data, but now if I wanted to say log a call that I had with Bugs Bunny, I've got to go down to the activity history, I've got a log a call button, and immediately I'm flipped into the log a call panel, and I've kind of lost where I was going to. So most people go back and sort of, if they're going to log a call here, they might open up in a new tab. So they'll end up getting a new tab open, but that's not an optimum solution either. So let me log a call here. Here we just add some contact data here. Sort of, I met with I'm a road runner, and I'm not really a user that remembers. Oh, should I do process or something like that? I'm going to save it. Now I need to talk about the opportunity. Well, now I have to scroll down and look at the opportunity, and now I've opened the opportunity tab. It's very, very confusing and not at all efficient. So instead, what we have with Cloud Extend is, as I said, this concept of guides. So if I go back to the account here, and I'm going to go back to the person I had the meeting with. Let's say I had a meeting with Bugs Bunny. We have this section called Sales Guides, and this gives us a quick call, a quick paragraph about what this process is. So sales call follow-up is after the meeting. I'm going to step through a process to follow up after my meeting. So I've got a quick introductory panel. I'm following through. It now says, did you talk about the Cloud Extend subscription? Yes, I did. Now, this is the opportunity. I didn't flip to the opportunity tab. It then says, okay, let's update the field for the subscription. So I talked to Bugs Bunny, and we're now to needs analysis, and actually we've said that the opportunity was worth a bit more money. Next step, we're going to present a proposal. I'm going to add that in. I'm just going to say budget was allocated there. What did we learn that was potentially relevant? I know Bugs likes carrots, not quite relevant, but something we learned. And he is, well, let's say he's the economic decision maker there. And as you see, I'm following this through in a step-by-step process. I've got a history on the right-hand side. I can go back one step. I can go back multiple steps. And I've done this without actually leaving the context of who I spoke to. Now I'm being prompted to say, hey, if you spoke and met with Bugs Bunny, did you meet other people around the table? In this instance, no, I didn't. Did I identify opportunities? So not only did we talk about this opportunity, but did other things come up in conversation? They didn't, but now we go on to the next step, which is a follow-up. So here, actions, plans. We're going to present the proposal at this meeting. At the next meeting. And I don't want to assign anybody else follow-up tasks, and that's it. I'm done. Now, if I click the Done button, I refresh the guide, and if I go back to the Cloud Extend subscription, you see that the stage now has been updated. The amount was updated. If I scroll down a bit further, you'll see that I have my a new follow-up task. I have my activity history with meeting notes, and if we look at the meeting notes, we can see here Bugs likes carrots. I go back. We've got the contact roles and all of that stuff, and the stage history for this particular opportunity. So now we're back to the needs analysis there.
So Clive, you're really talking about, I mean, Informatica is so well known for the data side of things. Now we're tying that together with some of the process capabilities. One of the questions we have coming in is about the customization. How easy is it to guide these questions and really to create this for the end users?
Now that's a nice softball for me. Thanks very much. Good question.
It was a real question. It was real.
We have this guide designer. So that was the sort of end user perspective that you saw, and here's how I build any process I like. So I have. We did the sales call follow-up. So let me just click this icon. It was a tree. And here you see I have essentially a point-and-click approach to building the process. So here was the first screen that we saw. I can preview it here that says sales call follow-up wizards going to tell me what to do. Here is I've got a sub-guide here that actually does the interaction with me. So this is where we saw the update the fields for the stage, and the opportunity is telling me to update the opportunity. The icons that are blue here are essentially the screen that you see, and the tan icons are essentially just automated actions and updating the Salesforce fields. So, for example, automated steps says record next step. It's a set field that basically takes the data from the screen, and if I wanted to add, say, and get access, as you answered or asked about, how do I get access to the Salesforce data? Really, really simple. I can add, say, the amount of the opportunity. Again, it's a constant, or do I get it from the field, or can I have a formula field? And I'm going to get the amount from the, a quote price. There we are. And if I preview that, you'll see that it doesn't show up on the screen because I've essentially done that in the background. There's no programming for that. So that now will update the price based on the opportunity price.
That's great. So there's clearly a lot of power here. I like how you showed it both from the consumption and the production side. We're going to do a follow-up deep dive into this new product. We just wanted to give you all an introduction to it, and I think you get a sense of where we can take this as you start to combine it with the Informatica Cloud integration and Informatica Cloud MDM capabilities. I think there's some pretty powerful possibilities there. So Clive, let me bring it back to just some next steps. Unless is there anything else you wanted to show, or are we good to move on?
Just quickly, the one thing I did want to show is that I showed you in the desktop there. To get it to work on a mobile phone, I just changed the theme. So now those guides will work now on any smartphone that has access to your Salesforce environment. So, and that's done through a browser. So no coding for mobile at all. I just changed the theme.